Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel, and today we are going to learn how to put up a setup like this in Sketchup. So we are going to start from um, the building of the space and to bring in the element or the assets inside. Then we'll look at texturing, then we'll look at lighting, then we'll look at the last thing we'll look at is rendering to get a quality like this. Yeah, so this is actually a first tutorial on this channel with SketchUp, but then we are straight away heading to working on projects whilst we learn how to use the tools. So let's get started. With SketchUp, when you open, you have this interface popping up, and then you have any of this working space to choose at your preferences to use. I'll pick one of them. This is the interface of SketchUp. Ordinarily, when you install SketchUp for the first time, you will see all these panels inside. So a lot of them are add-ons, extensions, and in SketchUp we call it extensions. A lot of them are extensions added to make the interface a lot plenty or a lot more like this. When you open SketchUp, you usually have a figure is standing inside of your workspace. The figure is actually sized to the normal height of a human being. So this is to help you work according to size and then not overdo things. Without wasting much time, the project we are going to work on is like a simple room with a workstation. We will start with a simple rectangle tool where we'll put in a rectangle shape. But then to this project we are not working according to measurement or according to any given or accurate measurement. We'll just draw a plane with a rectangle tool to any size that will be okay for your preferences. This is a plane where we can edit to make it a simple room and to also put in some of the things that we need to put in. With every software there is the move, the select tool, the rotate, the scale, and yeah, basically that. We have our move tool here. It can also be found here. Then we have our scale tool here where you can scale, and then we have rotation where you can rotate your plane on any axis. So currently we are rotating on the x-axis. If we want to rotate the plane on the y-axis, you hit the arrow keys on your keyboard, the left one, the one pointing to the left. You will get a green protractor which is telling you the directions to which you are rotating it. So usually you click on one edge, then you go and click on the next edge, then you start rotating. So we want to rotate it to a 90 degrees, and then you can see that as I rotate, it keeps on snapping to a particular amount of number. If I want to rotate it accurately on a 90 degree, when it gets to 90, it snaps. But then if you are not too sure that it's on a 90, you hit 90 on your keyboard, and then it will show 90 on your keyboard, and then at the base here there are numbers reading. The moment you key in 90, you hit it, the 90 shows, and you hit enter. But then we are not doing anything at a 90 degrees or in a rotated manner. We still want the shape on the ground. Now we want to edit the shape to have some wall, and then to get that, there are so many ways of creating walls in SketchUp, but I want to go the simplest route for every beginner to be able to create walls. And then also, if you have a specific thickness to the kind of wall you want to put up, that is when you go strictly according to measurement and all the whatnot. Well, this project, we are not actually considering a lot of measurement, although we are still going according to normal life size things. We will like to create a simple wall. This tool right here, it says offset, so click on it and click once. Once we click once, drag our mouse, we drag our mouse and make the next. This is okay. The thickness I have at the outer part is okay for my walls, so I click again to make a cut. Then it is already selected. I would like to put up a wall with this cut. So there is another tool in SketchUp called push pull, which you will be using a lot of the time. You click on the space. Every time you select something, you will see these small dots, which is indicating that you've made a selection. You will click on it, click once and drag. You click once and drag. Now this is our figure. Before I do, let me undo this. There is an extension which makes me see the units, or which makes me select the kind of unit I want to work in. Currently it is in inches. I'll go for feet because usually we deal in a lot of feet. We use a lot of feet. So I'll make the selection again. The shortcut for the tool is push pull or P on your keyboard. So you click and drag. Where I selected the measuring unit, you see there is measurement, and then it is telling you the amount of feet you've dragged so far. So currently it's telling me 3.8054. So I would like to key in a figure, say 10 feet. The normal size for a normal building is usually 10 feet. To find out where exactly your figure is, or the height, or the height that your figure is taken in this, you will go with dimension. This to right here, dimension. So I click, go to the base of the building we've put up, and it says endpoint. So I drag, let's say, to this, and it's showing that my figure is probably 5 feet tall. And then this, when I get to the edge, is telling me the building is 10 feet, exactly what I keyed in. So I think we are on the right path. But then again, There is a lot of space in the back for me, and we are not going to actually utilize a lot of this. I will make a selection from this end, hit key on my keyboard and push pull a little bit into it. Then do same for the back. And then I have a little space here where we can bring in asset to create the kind of render I did in the old work. So in the old work, or the first work that I did, I had some wooden extrusion here. We'll go and then first of all make that same thing in the current work we are doing, and then see how best we can work with. And to navigate in your SketchUp scene, you need so that you can use your middle mouse to rotate or orbit in your scene. Then with the help of shift on your keyboard and your middle mouse, you can pan around. If you like to make a cut around this space to that space, go for a line 2. It's the same thing here and the same thing there. So go for a line 2 and then make a cut. And also do the same for this side. The moment you do anything, you make a cut inside your work, the next point will be easier to do because it's already picking up from the first points that you made. Then we'll do same for this end. The back is not something we really saw in the work, so we're not going to add it to it. Then we make a push pull or P on the keyboard to extrude. Sorry, we didn't make a selection. This part is where we have to select. And the interesting thing is, if you have not selected anything and you bring up the push pull, when you hover, it will try to tell you where you can push pull. So I'll push pull this end and then do the same for this part. And do the same for this part. Now we have this. And after I'm done with this, I'll try and make a window somewhere here. With my rectangle tool or R on the keyboard. Make a window here. And then for selection tool, it's spacebar on the keyboard. I select it, then go for my push pull or hit P on the keyboard, and then try to make a cut in here. So I push, and then it's making an extrusion here instead of making a cut. So usually the safe thing to do is you push pull to the edge of the ending of the wall, and now you see some sort of a glitch. The moment you see it, it's like a selection, it's like a gray part. Then you click, and then now you have a cut in the wall, which makes the window a small window. And with SketchUp, everything, if you are done working on a particular thing, you have to put it in a group. You have to group it. So you double click and see all these blue lines, which means you've selected everything. Then you right click and then look for the option called make group. Then you group it. If you want to make, the reason why you should group everything in SketchUp is this. I'll create a rectangle here or a plane, and when I double tap, so there is another tool called the move tool. That is what will help you place your objects in a position where you want. In SketchUp, the selection tool is a different thing altogether from the move tool, and then the move tool is this star kind of or cross kind of thing here, or M on your keyboard. Now when I move, it moves separately, but then if I haven't grouped an object in SketchUp and I draw a rectangle attached to it, I'll draw a rectangle, sorry about that, and move it closer to it, like as if I drew it attached to it. If I want to select just this one and move it, you see what is happening? It has attached itself to the main structure, so it'll be difficult moving that alone. So that is why you have to be grouping all your objects so that you can be able to move them and edit them separately, unless it's a complete unit on its own that you do the attachment. And then another thing I realized whilst orbiting is our structure doesn't have a base, like a depth in the base, so it is giving the gray color here. I'll go inside. For you to edit anything in SketchUp which is grouped, you double click to move inside it, then you'll be able to edit it. I'll do a small push pull for this side. We still see the gray thing, but then it is making an extrusion, which means we've raised it a bit. You can reverse the color. Reverse face. Okay, I see what is going on. Close this space right here, not to bring any difficulties of in the course of the project. If you see anything gray like this, it's not a good thing. So you have to close it. Yep. Then now we can, to move outside a grouped object, you have to click outside to move outside. So now it's time to put in some the assets we need before we put on the roof, because if we put on the roof, it's going to cause a lot of difficulties putting the assets inside. To do this, we'll pick some of the things from the previous work that we did, or the previous project that I did. obviously there's a lot of them that will pick from here, but then we can go a different route of creating an entire different project here to make it look something different. I would need to bring in the carpet, or possibly there is a SketchUp library or a 3D warehouse where you can sign in or create an account. So if you have a Google account, you can sign in and then you'll be able to download most of their assets, not most, all of their assets in here for free. All you need is your data. We'll first look for carpet. Let's see what we can get. So yeah, obviously it has given us a lot, and the interesting thing about this is that the 3D warehouse, there is the online version and there's also the one in the software. You can download a SketchUp asset from their online site, which also looks like has the same interface like this. It's the same thing, but there is an online version and then there is the one inside the software. You will download any of these carpets which is nice to you, and I'm kind of confused right now, which one should I go for? And then when you are downloading, it says download this directly into your SketchUp model. Yes, so I download and it is in SketchUp. I just have to place it at where I want to place it, at this corner, then try to scale it up a little bit. Yes, or can do a little more. Yes. Now this is what we have for the carpet. So we'll go and look for another thing, probably a steady table. And you'll be given a lot which comes with other things. All we need is a table. So we'll go through it, look for one that we think that will be of help to us. If not, we'll pick from the old project, first project that I did. But we currently want to create a little bit of variety. We'll look for something that will fit our taste. I'll probably bring it inside. If nothing works, I just have to let it. I think, okay, let me add something to it. Oops. Yeah, I think one of these should work. So, okay, let me go up a little bit. Alright, so I will go for start. Which one should I go for? Possibly I'll go for this. Yeah, I'll go for this. And now have it here. I'll do a rotation of this see a blue protractor, that means you are rotating it from the base. And there are other colors we can pop up when you want to do a rotation. It's like if you see a blue, you are doing like a 360 kind of rotation from the base. And then when you see probably a red color, you are rotating it on the y-axis, so like that. Then a green color on the z-axis. We would like to rotate it, hit 90 and hit enter for the correct positioning. Now move it to the position where we want to place it. I don't know if we should retain this table. It's kind of cool, but then I think, oh no, I'll go for my table, because all the stuff that I want to fit on won't be able to fit. Yes, I'll pick my table, Control C, or copy the table, and other things where I forgot to select as part of my objects to copy. Probably group it with this. Now when I copy, I can come in here and then Control E, come and paste it. Now look at the position and then place it well to the back. And then I think this is okay. Then go back to my warehouse. I'm gonna look for the steady tape, the chair, the gaming chair. They come with a lot of variety. Which one do you want? I think I'm going to go with this one right here. And I'll place it here and rotate it from the base. So to lock, you can lock the rotation that you won't get the different colors to distract you. So the top arrow key will lock it into one color, which is the blue. Then you rotate it, hit 90 degrees, enter, and then move it to the position you want. Yep. Then go. Oops. Okay, and there's that I just did. If you don't want to get lost in your project, you can set a camera. You go to view, animation, add scene, can I add? So let me go and roam about any other place, get lost anywhere. The moment I hit on this, it brings me back to the position where I was. That is a lot easier. A MacBook and the other setup, so we'll go and look for laptop. I just said laptop. And we have tons of it. I think we'll still go with the MacBook. That is very big. I have to scale it down. It's the keyboard or scale, yeah. Then scale it down. Still scale it. Scale it again. So I guess now I have to move it to the table. It's still too big. Keep on scaling. I think it's quite okay now. Then try and rotate it. Lock in the rotation with the top arrow key. Then for now we'll put it at a 90 degrees for now. And the movement too, you can move to every side, but for it to be in a direct and then right placing, you still need your arrow keys on your keyboard. Your right arrow key will make you move back and forth. Your left arrow key, left and right, and your top arrow key, up and down. So it gives you an accurate movement where if you move any direction, it's still moving you to where you restricted it to. I'll move it to the left and a little bit to the front, like I said for now. Forgive me, I have a little bit of cold. Then we go and look for a monitor. We'll go through it, see if we'll have something to our preference. If we don't get, we're still picking from the other project. Oops. Think I'm liking this one right here. Yeah, let's just look a little bit longer. If not that, we'll go back and pick the one we saw, or pick from, so sometimes there are other things. It's more like Google. You go for something and then it's giving you something you don't want, something you are not interested. So if that's going to be a problem and sometimes you want to get specifics, you can go to Google, type in Sketchup. No. Computer. Look at this, modern computer monitor. Then you go to images, and if you are lucky enough, you'll get something that is quite nice. Yeah, usually you will see a SketchUp icon attached to it, which means the SketchUp file which you can download. I can just download that, or probably look a little bit further. There is also one here, but I think I like that one. Like that one. So then, where is it? Yes, this one right here. I will open the file. Yes. And copy the name. I can download straight from here, but it's going to download as a SketchUp project file, which I'm now going to open. But then I want to download straight into the software, so I just paste the name here and then search for it. And now, wow, I even have another option. Which of these ones am I? Okay, I'll go for this one. Then rotation, shortcut for rotation is Q. Then I'll restrict the movement 90 degrees. Oops, it's out. So I'll bring it in here, and then I like to scale this one up. It's actually a big body tassel. And now we have this. So I think that at this point all the other items I have in the other project will just copy and then come and paste it inside here. So lock my rotation, the top arrow key on your keyboard is for the rotation on the bring it a little closer. Then every other thing on the other project, okay, I'll go for my mouse and my keyboard, mouse pad. The mouse pad will create it here. Not any difficult thing, just your rectangle tool, push pull. And then probably select everything. There is an extension I have in here which is called bevel, so I'll try to soften the edges a little bit. Yep. And select everything, pull down a little bit and then group it, and probably seal it in a little bit. And do the same right here. So usually the middle point will help you do the better scaling. Yeah. Then I will place it in a good position. So I want to give this one a color, a basic color for the meantime. So on my left here there is a panel that says materials. Then here we have glass and mirrors. So if I want other variety, I can go in here and then select fabric, and for the meantime I pick the fabric color for. Then immediately you pick the color, it comes with a pink bucket. If you want to use any other color, there is a pink bucket in here. You select your color from wherever you want to pick it from, and you can also sample colors. So if I want to give, I have sampled the color, and the moment you sample, it shows in here this is the color that you've sampled, which is the wood. So if I'm supposed to give it the wood feel, this is how it's going to be. I will undo that. Okay, let's see if we can find a mouse. No, let me go to Google once again. Modern computer. Sketchup. Very interesting. There is this. There is that. I don't think that has a lot of them in here, but I feel alright, so I guess we'll go for the ones at the top, I think. But once we are using a MacBook, I think a Mac mouse or probably would have to be necessary. I kind of like this too. So let's see. Oops, interesting. See where it took us to, community. I think we're not going to get this far. Oh, that's too bad. And back to community again. Oops, we were not lucky. Alright, then I think it's a complete set here. Computer mouse. Sometimes what you get wouldn't be the best, and you can import as an FBX from a different software if you have one sitting somewhere. So the mouses we are getting here is not the best, so now the only option is to copy. I got this one from somewhere and I don't really recall where I got it from. I place it here. Then there is the cap and the phone and the headset, and then this right here. Copy them and paste. I don't think they are sitting, so I have to make them sit. Select everything, hit my arrow key, top arrow key, and then now try to position them well. The arrow key, left arrow key, to restrict the movement to just left and right. Then the right arrow key to move them back. And now we have this. Yep. So the last thing to bring in, like the keyboard. Computer keyboard. Okay, what is down? Too big. Scale it down. M for move. And arrow key, top arrow key to restrict movement. Then Q for rotation, top arrow key to restrict the movement, key 90, enter. Then still again, scale it up a little bit. And then move it forward. Now, this is what we have in here. So the last, I think it's left with like some 2 things to bring in from the initial work. This Control V. The keyboard, button that to freeze. Yes. Let's check if it's completely on the wall. Yes. Position it well. You just have to restrict the movement so that you don't mess things up, and then it becomes difficult for you to find a way around. And then bring it down a little bit. Now the last thing to bring is the wall frame. A lot of them here. You can pick any one you want to pick and you can fix it. So this is the one that I picked. Now at this point, the one to go in for this 3 is something I want us to do. If you're not seeing it, probably a bigger file. Like set it. So you have to zoom out and then make it smaller. Then rotate it to Q. You need the right arrow key on your keyboard, 90 degrees, and then another 90 degrees. Then you bring it here, still big. You will scale it down a little and yeah, and then bring it to the top. Restrict the movement, top arrow key. Move it. So, yes. Now, for this one, for the work to be uniquely yours, I would like to change the image in here. So I'll go for the eyedropper tool. Select this. Okay. So actually, this right here is coming with a different image. It's that all the three images together is showing in here. So I will have to go out, separate them because they are grouped. I'll right click, then I'll look for explode. Then I want to change this image, so I want to create my own image. So I'll go to this end and then create material. Now clear whatever is there, clear it, and create material. Then I'll look for the source of the material. Yeah, so I'm putting my image in here. So I will drop it, and now it's giving me like versions of it. So with the space in here selected, I'll right click again and go to texture and then edit the position. Now with this one will help you snap. Hold, click and drag, and it will help you snap to an edge. And this one will help you have to hold to it, click and hold, then you will scale it. Then you can use the hand to position it well. After you are done, click outside of your frame and there you have look. So now we have to group them separately. Group this, double click, group this, and then select them with shift all together. Completely. So we wanted to make this work like specifically for us. Yeah. Okay. I think the tutorial has been a bit longer for this. We can add a little something to it, probably switch. Oops, yeah. A nice switch. I'll go for this. Oops, that is very big. And scale it smaller. Move it. I think I have to restrict the movement to the top, down. Still scale it. Then I'll rotate it. Now all the colors for the rotation are showing. You'll be confused, so you have to restrict it. So the top arrow key makes you rotate it from the base, which is this, 90 degrees. Then now I try and move it to the wall. Okay. Let's see what we are getting. it's not really attached to the wall, so restrict the movements. Let's turn it up. Yes. Then move it. And then move it again. Probably to this edge. When we are done, we want to fix in a window. Yes, that window. So then I think I'll go with this. This time the window is very tiny. And then it's in here. Window is very small. It's not right though, but at this point, try all of this. Inside a couple of times to go with and fix the window on the base. So we have a window which we can work with. The space is probably a lot, which in another time other things, a bed or something can be fixed in here. So currently this is what we have, and now we'll set another camera for this position. View the camera. So it's added. The first one was this, second one was this. So now we can put on a roof, a simple roof without a little bits. Then we'll go inside the project and make sure probably we do the same thing with this offset. First click, drag, then select this one, offset. The shortcut is F and do another one. Then we push pull this one down. This one to come some little bits. And set it back to the position. And now we have this as a small setup to be ready to be rendered. But then we want to give our walls colors. I think I like the dark hue a little more, so clear the color creates a new color. And drop it. Then there was a wooden fuel at the base. We will drop wood. We can pick from this wood for now. And then escape on your keyboard to have this. So yeah, we'll end the tutorial here for now, and then the next one will be how to render the tutorial. Thanks for watching.